You don't know who yourself is. Be happy. What do you care? You think people are going to laugh at you? Well, it's a recurring message in the Maimorim of the Rebbe that the biggest test, the biggest difficulty that a Jew can encounter to overcome, the biggest challenge that a person can encounter is when people scoff at him. And the Shulchan Aruch begins, the Torah begins, Lo lidbayesh me'amaligim. Don't be embarrassed from people who scoff at you. Who are these people that scoff at you? Who are they? Who scoffs? You yourself. You yourself scoff at yourself. If I go out with a beard, they're going to laugh. If I go out with if I ask this guy to put on tefillin, he's going to laugh at me. If I ask him to come to my house for Shabbos, he's not going to. They're going to laugh at me. Can't be too religious. They're going to laugh at me. Nobody's going to laugh at you. Nobody even cares about. Who cares, right? And if they do laugh, so what do you care? Let them laugh. Have a good time. Let them laugh. You do the truth, but it affects a person. The inside of his neshama, he thinks, I don't know who I am, but I know who these people are. They're human beings. And if they laugh at me, it must be that I'm not okay. Right? When you dance like nobody's looking at you. Go for it. Be happy. Live your life. Every second is brand new. Right? That's Judaism. Happiness. Hasidus. That's what a Jew is supposed to be. I'll tell you one short story, and then if you want to go, you can. I hope you don't go there. So, story about the Tzemach Tzedek. What's the Tzemach Tzedek got to do with Chaf Cheshvan? The Tzemach Tzedek was the grandfather of the Rebbe Rashab. Everything's in the fiddle. One thing was the chassid of the Tzemach Tzedek that he made his money by selling wheat, grains of wheat to the farmers. After this, I want to tell one more story, and then maybe that's it. We'll see. Whatever you want. He used to make money by selling wheat to the farmers. He was very good at it. He had a good sense. He was a talented person. He would fill up like 100 wagons full of wheat, and it was a 4-day journey. He would travel to where the farmers were, and they would meet him with music, a little bit of music, and then they would dance a little bit, and then they would make a little l'chaim, and the whole ceremony would take 10 minutes, and he would give them the wheat, and they would pay him. But he had, in addition to these 100 wagons, he had 10 special wagons of wheat, of special quality wheat that he would give to the Duke, or the Baron, whatever he was called, the Baron. And this Baron was like an antipat, what's the word in English? He hated people in general, and especially hated Jews. What is the word in English? He hates everybody. What's it? What? Whatever it is. Anyway, he hated people, and in Hebrew they call it an antipat. He hated everybody, and he especially hated Jews. But he liked this Jew because he brought him good wheat. No? Now the problem was that he had to bring this wheat at exactly the right time. If he brought it a little bit too late, then the rains would come, they would wreck the fields. If he brought it too early, as they didn't have any place to keep the so he had to bring it like within 1 day, 2 days. But he was expert at it, so they're traveling 4 days. They're about an hour away from their destination, and suddenly this Jew, this chassid, says to the foreman, who was not a Jew, he says, "Stop the wagons." Stop the wagons. He says, "Tell me, did you load up the wagons of the Baron?" And he said, "No, that's always your job." He said, "Uh-oh, I think I forgot. Let me count." He goes up, he counts 100. The 10 wagons are missing. He says, "What are we going to do? If we go back, we're going to come late. The Baron's going to kill me. If I come there, and the Baron doesn't have his 10 wagons, the Baron's going to kill me. He'll know that it's not the best quality grain. So in any case, the Baron's going to kill me. What am I going to do? I can't go back, I can't go forward. Let me count again." Goes out and counts again. It's 100. He jumps back on. What am I going to do? Can't go back, can't go forward. Let me count again. Counts again. It's 100. What am I going to go back and forth? All of a sudden he gets off the wagon, And he closes his eyes and he jumps up in the air and he does the somersault and he starts singing, forward, we're going. So the manager wants to say, listen, if we go forward, he's going to kill you. But he doesn't, because he knows going back is also not going to help. So they go forward. So they go forward, and there, when the farmers see them, they start playing the music. And usually they come and they greet this Jew and they shake his hand. This time they come and they greet the Jew, they shake his hand, and the Jew just runs by them, passes by them. He runs to this little inn that's over there and says, give me a big tub, pour 50 bottles of vodka, and all the spices you have. What type of spices you have? He said, well, we got sugar, we have salt, we have pepper, and we have beets. That's what they got. He says, put it all in. So he puts it all in, stirs it all up. He says, you have anything else? He says, we got an apple. So they put an apple, stir it all up. He brings it out to them, he says, punch. So one of them takes a cup, drinks it down, everybody looks at him, and he says, Rashab, what's in the Rashab? Very good. So they all start drinking, and he goes running back in and brings another 50 bottles of the vodka, makes more punch until they're all just totaled completely. And they're all on the ground, and they're laying, and they're all singing, and they're dancing, and they're under the tables and under this. And once in a while, they wake up and they go to their wagons, and they open up the wagon and they smell the grain. Ah, this is great. And they drink another cup and they go on the in. Meanwhile, the Baron is standing there and he can't go to his wagons and open them up. That's like, it's primitive. But drinking has to show he's a man, so he drinks like everybody else. So they're all drinking and they're all knocked out drunk. And that's it, they're drunk. All of a sudden, everybody wakes up 12 hours later, 10 hours later, and they're waking up, and what happened? There was torrential rain. They're all drenched from rain. And the rain drenched all of the wheat. And it wrecked all the wheat. And they all said, oh, we drank too much, we wrecked our wheat. And the Baron says, what's going to be now with me? So the Jew says, listen, everybody, it was half my fault. I brought the punch. They said, no, it's our fault. We drank. Listen, you pay half. And the Baron, you don't have to pay anything. And I'll take all these wagons back. I'll dump all the wheat. I'll bring you new wheat. It won't be such good quality. You only have to pay me half for the new wheat. And the Baron, you don't have to pay anything. I'm going to bring you the best wheat. You don't have to pay anything. The Baron's happy. Everybody's happy. They go back. So he saved his life. Saved his own life. So the manager turns to the Jew. You know what to do. How did you get out of that situation? He said, listen, I want to tell you something. He said, I realized there was no way out. To go forward was suicide. To go back was suicide. I was in a one-way, how do you say, a cul-de-sac. How do you say, a close the road? What could I do? All of a sudden, I remembered that the last time that I went into the Rebbe to be alone with the Rebbe, it's called Yechidut, to be alone. I asked the Rebbe a lot of questions. As I was leaving, the Rebbe tapped on the table. I looked at the Rebbe, and the Rebbe said, Ki b'simcha tetzei. With joy, you're going to go out. It had absolutely nothing to do with what I was talking about. I don't know what. I went out. Suddenly, I saw the Rebbe was in front of me, and he said, Ki b'simcha tetzei. I didn't know what I had to do, but I knew one thing. That if I was sad, it closed up all the pipes. I had to be open to be happy, and then God would send me an idea. That's what I did. I prayed to Hashem. I said, Hashem, send me happiness. Send me an idea. All of a sudden, I started dancing, did somersaults, anything to be happy. Suddenly, when I got and saw the people, I thought, I'll make punch. That's what it is. Came to me the idea, and that's what saved my life. So what do we see? That happiness changes a person. And when it changes a person, then it opens them up to Hashem. And suddenly Hashem sends them an idea. And it works. It works. I tried it before myself. And it actually works. Believe it or not, here we're sitting here, all of us religious Jews, and I want to tell you a secret, guys. Hashem really exists. He really does exist. And He really helps us. It's amazing. Who would ever think such a thing?